It's the 12th of June and this is a message for those who are questioning the lack of romantic experience. Perhaps you have never dated, never kissed anyone, never made love, but you can't figure why. You may be the last of your friends to lack these experiences. You are 16, 17, 19, 20, and you feel you ought to have run into someone who would kiss you by now. Before I relay my message, you must know in your heart that my experience may not mirror yours. I am not telling you what is your situation, but perhaps my story can help you understand and write your own.
I was in high school, very beautiful, and lonely. I thought I was disgusting. I hated myself uncontrollably. I was covered in shame and couldn't wash it off. Many people had crushes on me, who I mostly thought were all quite terrifying. Years after leaving home and through months of intense reflection, I realized my home life contributed directly to this. My father and I were very close at the time. I understood him as the most important figure in my life. I loved him desperately. We liked the same things, hated the same things, and believed in the same things. My dad and I often went out alone. We called it special time. He would hold my hand. Sometimes we got comments like, "Wow, he's robbing the cradle from passerbies." My dad hated these comments and disregarded them as ridiculous. I took on this mindset, realize now that I don't like most of the things I thought I shared with him and that much of what we hated together I actually really enjoy. I realize our closeness was controlling and kept me from making and keeping close friends. I realized that I didn't date because, on many levels, my father and I were essentially dating. My dad is a man with many problems and is almost certainly a narcissist. He used me as his spousal caretaker, as a puppet of his desire, to make my mother jealous, and to belittle my older brother. I was his best friend, his girlfriend, sometimes his mother. We were enmeshed. I took on all of his feelings and felt responsible for them. I lived for his approval. Without it, I believed myself worthless. What I experienced is called emotional incest, also known as covert incest or psychic incest. Recently, I learned why my father would come to my bedroom when he came home and kiss me and tell me he loved me. It was because my mother had asked him, "Would you kiss me and tell me you love me when you come home?" Instead, when he came home, he kissed me, and apparently, he would also look over my shoulder into my mother's eyes. This is called triangulation. We would also make fun of my mother together, talk down to her, and exclude her. This was extremely damaging for me, as I truly love my mother and found the brainwashed thoughts of hatred I would get extremely disturbing. If you are at all questioning yourself to be the victim of emotional incest, it is important to do your own research. I have included lots of links and resources in the description. When you feel ready, talk to trusted friends and adults. If anyone immediately disregards you, stop telling them about it and don't be discouraged. You will find someone who will hear you out. You deserve to understand what is happening to you and to be safe. You deserve support and adoration. You deserve real unconditional love. To conclude my story, I am now completely in love. I have found a twin flame and learned what unconditional love really is. Together, my partner and I have unpacked a lot of trauma. I am incredibly grateful for his patience and undying adoration for me even when I was too depressed to move. I love him infinitely. Know this and remember that things will get better. Not all is lost. The future is yours to create.